Hello everyone and welcome to Travel Beans. I'm Alex and this is Emma and welcome to the first episode of our Round the World travel series.
We want to show you how it's possible to travel full time and visit every continent. We will be sharing the ups and downs of travels, the best nature spots, best local foods and cultures.
We can't promise the best pronunciation. Actually, I can guarantee it's going to be bad. Also, we can't guarantee any great information. But what I can guarantee you is honest and real travel and a couple of laughs along the way.
Good morning, we have officially left England. We left Alex's hometown in Bristol and flew to Antalya in the southern coast of Turkey.
We knew we wanted to start our adventure here in Turkey, where east meets west, but we didn't actually know where to go, so we let the flight prices decide, and thanks to Skyscanner, we were able to find a £50 flight here to Antalya.
We're going to be doing a road trip from here in Antalya up to Bodrum, stopping at a few places along the way.
Antalya is a huge resort town here in Turkey, but they do have an old town which is where we are staying and it is perfect for us.
It's so picturesque and so charming.
Before we start our road trip today, we want to show you a little bit of the old town.
And of course, go and find ourselves some tasty Turkish food. This is the moment that I was most excited for when we booked our flights to Turkey, and that is the Turkish breakfast. So there are some differences depending on the location that you have your Turkish breakfast, like the types of cheese, etc. But generally it's pretty similar. You have an assortment of breads, some form of egg, either omelette or boiled egg, salad of tomatoes and cucumber, as well as a selection of cheeses, apricots, we've got jams, butter, honey, and of course some delicious olives. With a Turkish breakfast, you don't have coffee, you actually have tea. And interestingly, Turkey is the largest consumer of tea per capita in the world.
This is a broken man. I haven't got enough of these that I could stick into me with a little bit of egg. This is as epic as breakfasts get. I don't need to eat again in Turkey, luckily, which is very convenient because this was very well priced at about 60 lira, which is roughly about $10 or £8, but at the moment of filming this, the currency is changing a lot, so keep that in mind. That price is for 2 people as well, and it includes tea. This was a very, very delicious breakfast. Being able to have little bits to nibble on, and to bite on, and to snack on.
You like a bit of a nibble.
I didn't know where I was going with that. Anyway, we are going to take our fat, bloated little bottoms back to the hotel because we need to make our way to the airport to go and rent a car to start this epic road trip.
I would say we were good together. I would say we had fun, but our trails will never run forever. Something else is on your mind.
First time driving in Turkey and first time for you driving with the gearbox on the other side of the road. How is it?
It's confusing. I keep going to grab the gears on my left side. This is going to be a very interesting journey. It's a little stressful. People aren't really indicating. I'm having to overtake on the side opposite to what I'm used to. There's a lot going on. I feel like it's hazard perception overload here.
We are now making our way to an ancient site called Termessos, which is on the top of the Taurus mountains. We are both really excited to go here because it is being described as one of the best and most untouched ruins in all of Turkey.
Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.
I got us here safely to Termessos, the ancient city in the mountains.
When you arrive here, it is a very reasonable 6 lira per person for entry.
And then after a beautiful mountain drive, you come to the car park where we met a very friendly man who gave us some help.
Now, I'm a very seasoned traveller and a little bit long in the tooth, and when I am giving unsolicited help, I am very, very suspicious. And I had to clarify with this man that he's not trying to charge us, and it turns out he's just extremely helpful. Also, I have heard about the stereotypes about the Turkish men. That's right, any Turkish men watching, we know what your game is, and this man seemed to be no different. He was very smooth. He was very handsy, but with both of us, and as long as I'm not being left out, you can touch Emma as much as you like.
Oh my God. I'm actually really glad that he came to help us out because he showed us around some of the tombs and actually showed us a lot of things that we wouldn't have seen otherwise.
There's the 2 fish and small flower, this lion head.
In the UK, it's definitely kind of a rule of thumb that if it's an old ancient ruin, you do not climb on it.
Especially when it is a cemetery, you do not climb on dead people's graves.
Yeah.
But here I'm happy to take part in the culture.
He insisted that we climb up some of them, and actually it was worthwhile because he showed us some really interesting carvings and shapes in the rock, such as Medusa and some really cool lions and stuff.
And we also got to learn how to say thank you in Turkish.
Slowly. Teşekkür
Teşekkür
ederim.
ederim.
Tamam.
Teşekkür ederim.
Yes.
However, it's gone straight out the brain because it's extremely difficult to say.
You wear me down. My actions will be forgiven. When we first met, a simple text.
This place is completely blowing my mind. It is, well, firstly, the ruins here are so different from the ruins we see back in the UK. Not only obviously because of the style of them and the history of them, but also just the fact you can go straight up to everything and just touch it. I mean, you can do that with some stuff in the UK, but they're a bit funny about it. In the UK, the ruins are always really well kept, and I'm not saying that that's a good thing, actually, because here you have all the nature that's kind of overtaken the ruins, which I think is awesome, and it looks incredible. I mean, look. This carving here was made by a human who has stood where I was like thousands and thousands of years ago, and I could just go up to it and touch it. Why not?
Fascinatingly, not much is actually known about this site. There's a couple of things that we do know. One, it was nearly impenetrable just because of the location on the cliff face. This is demonstrated by my namesake, Alexander the Great, trying and failing to take this place. And if my good old mate Al can't do it, then no one can. Apart from a natural disaster. That's right, an earthquake came here and ruined it all. Please bear in mind that all of this information was provided by our trusty Turkish friend, and if any of it is incorrect, please send it in to him. Something's just bitten me. And I don't know what animals you have here. Something bit me, I looked down and it scurried off, and it's so painful. I'm really worried my body's going to start shutting down, like some poisonous thing has just bitten me. Like, it might be really stupid. In England we don't have anything that's going to kill me unless it's a snake. Ow! So if any of you know what bit me, leave it in the comments. If I'm still alive, I'll get back to you. God.
Time goes by, yeah, you and I are running out, running out. Time goes by, I change my mind about you and I, you and I. So would you stay for a minute so I can be brave? Let me catch my breath. Now I can feel what I'm saying.
When we were researching the ruins, we were reading that the theatre is the most spectacular of all of them. So we have saved it till last, and I'm so glad we did, because it is phenomenal.
I heard that this place had kind of avoided the mass tourism, and I have no idea why, and I don't know what to expect for the rest of our time here in Turkey, because I can't see how we can beat just today.
One thing to note when you guys are coming, it is May right now, the beginning of May, and it's 29 degrees. There are also no shops or vendors up here selling anything, so if you do come, bring yourself some water and bring yourself some snacks, because you're not going to find any here.
But it is now time to end our first of our 2-year travel series. I am so excited about how today turned out. I cannot wait for the rest of the next 2 years.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, give us a big thumbs up.
Are there any better ruins than this in Turkey? And if there are, leave it in the comments.
If you would like to see the rest of our upcoming series in Turkey and Europe, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell.
And if you have a spare couple of pennies, lira, dollars, anything, we want it. We want it. And our Patreon link is in the description below. And finally, for anyone that is new to the channel, and there's going to be some Turkish people that have just subscribed, you're going to unsubscribe about what's going to happen. I do this in all the videos. I don't know why, but it does need a little bit explaining. It started as a joke, kind of ironically, to laugh at other YouTubers, and it's turned into something that I do now, and I don't know how to end the video any other way. I'm just going to do it so you can see what it is. And it goes a little something like this. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time, and beans out!